Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the video. We're going to be taking a look at the 1375 today, and this is going to be on Halluf. Now, I played this game with my dad, and I want to show you kind of a very unique position you can take on Halluf from the southwest spawn. This is a position that I have never seen another light tank player take. In fact, I don't think I've seen anyone go to this area. And it's a tricky area because you're right on the edge in terms of your view range to be able to spot effectively the people in the back here. But watch how I'm able to make this work. I started switching to binocs on some of my vehicles, guys. The AMX 12T, the 5916, some of just lower light tanks, lower tier light tanks rather, but the 1375 to be exact for this video, right? We switched over to binocs, and this is getting me close to 500 view range when the binocs are up. Now we're spotting the Hellcat here without the binocs. He's so close. This is just a dumb play for him to make, and we're able to almost clean this guy up, right? Or my team is, right? But we're able to keep him lit there, and I'm just being really careful here because I don't want to get proxied by the LTG or the Super Chaffee. So I'm trying to see if I can maybe get a shot there into the Super Chaffee, and then I would back up. STRV hits me here. I think he might have been trying to shoot the Super Chaffee, at least I hope. And now LTG comes up. At this point, I have to take shots at this guy. We get one into him there, let him on fire, and we only need one more anyway. Unfortunately, this guy either had automatic fire extinguisher, which I think he did, because usually with the automatic fire extinguisher you take one tick of fire damage and then it's put out, unless he was just that quick on the key. He took only one tick of fire damage, so we did have to use another shell. We clean him up, guys, and now the Super Chaffee is kind of aware that I'm here, which I don't want. But the thing is, with my proxy circle, the Super Chaffee would have to get right into here. He's not proxying me from over here. The proximity, by the way, guys, is 50 meters. I feel like most people know this, but just in case you don't, it's 50 meters, and it's this white circle on my map. If someone's tank, and this is another really important thing to note, guys. I don't think I've ever said this, and no one's even told me this, but if someone touches your circle, you're good on the map. At least half of the marker that's marking their tank on the map has to be over the white line for you to be proxied. So if you have someone that's right on the edge, say you're in an even 90 in a bush, or someone is behind a rock or something, and you know that they won't actually spot you outside of that range, keep in mind that you have to be half of that red marker has to be over the white line for people to proximity spot you. I've just learned this over time and playing and seeing that people are right on that edge, and maybe like just a tiny little sliver of that marker is over the white line, and I haven't been spotted yet. So something to keep in mind, guys. And here we go, SMV appears. We're able to spot this guy, and this is what binocs can do. We're not running CVS or anything. This is just straight up view range, guys. We have almost 500 view range when the binocs are up. So what that's going to do is it's going to punch through an enemy's concealment value pretty well if they're going to be out in the open here. And you can see we were right on the edge. This guy was like right here, man, where, I can't, it's hard to kind of draw on the map with just a dot, but you guys see what I mean. He's right on the edge there. STRV-74 is also right on the edge, but this spot is so effective because you don't have to really expose yourself that much. You knock this tree, you hope that people don't really see you here, but once you start coming out, and you can see it looks like someone tried to even blind fire. Once you start coming out into this area, that's where it gets risky. And I know that, most light tank players do want to try and make this move to come all the way out to this area. I think from their spawn, it's easier to come to this area because you're safe a lot easier. I almost flip over here, guys. Unicum play. We're able to clean up the Super Chaffee here. I'm going to wiggle out of the way from the SMVs, but from their spawn, yes, it's very easy to take this position, but I'm telling you, this ridgeline is not nearly as big as people think. This big mound here in the middle, it is not as big as you think, and you can get shot from either side of this mound from over here, and from people like up on this hill, and from people here. Like, you would be amazed the space, I should say the areas or the spaces that you can get hit in. Like, the only spot you're safe on this side is to get like maybe in here, and then over here you have to be like in, like, I would say like right here even. And even then, you can still get hit from like another light tank that might take this bush. So you just have to be so careful is what I'm telling you guys on Al Halluf. And this is another one of those maps that I am not a very big fan of, but there are worse maps, right? Like Ensk or something, right? For light tanks. But this is just a tricky map, man. And I think we played it really well here, guys. We finally advance, we come up, we stay low enough so that the SMV doesn't light me here. As I'm coming up, I didn't really show you guys this, but then we get into this bush, we got the binoc set up, and we have these two SMVs permalit. And the Type 64 is also being lit by me here. Through the foliage here, there's some gaps you can see, and we're able to kind of light him. So I'm just looking at this SMV. I'm staring him, you know, straight in the face, but obviously these guys can't spot me. I'm going to back down just a little bit and try and get myself in this bush, you know, as best I can so that I know the Type 64 will not spot me here. He has good view range, but we should be good here. We have well over 40% concealment, and we're sitting in a bush, guys, and there's no CVS at this tier. So SMV is here, and what I'm starting to think now is like, maybe I can solid bush and just take shots at these guys because I don't really see my team doing that. And we're lucky because we have these really unique kind of shots here at the SMV. They're going kind of up into his lower plate, and that's why we're able to pen them so easily. We are shooting the APCRs, which is some 202 millimeters of penetration on average. I just obviously give or take the 25%. If you guys don't know that, it's always 25% on damage and penetration. It's a roll, right? RNG. And here we go. We're going to start trying to get shots into the SMV as well, the other SMV. And now I know at this point, guys, that I'm lit because the Hellcat came up. So I'm going to adjust so that the SMV doesn't hit me. STRV appears out of the blue, and I'm like, all right, man, I need to clean this guy up. He's a one shot. Let me focus this shot. If I have to take one from him, I will. We clean up the STRV, and then people are able to clean up the Hellcat. And now we're pretty much in business here, right, guys? We have 4 kills. We're doing 1784 spotting up to this point and 908 damage, and that's a good game, man. I have nothing to complain about so far in this game, and we're going to fast forward, guys. We're going to move on, and you'll see kind of how I play this. SMV is poking way out to try and get shots into me. I don't even know if he has the gun depression. I'm coming way up, and we're now going to push into this guy. We'll get the cleanup kill as he kind of turns here to try and run away. We get that kill, and now it's just time to go ahead, move in for the rest of these kills, and we're at 5 kills, guys. Now, I might put this in the title. I'm just going to spoil it for you at this point. We end up with 8 kills here, so we're going to clean up pretty much the entire rest of the team here with the exception of one player. Type 58 is pushing here, and I'm like, wow, this game's actually kind of close. We're up by 2k HP, but I still want to be careful and conserve my own HP. So here we go. Here's Type 58. I'm like, this is kind of a pixel shot, but I'm going to take it, and luckily, ladies and gentlemen, we put it into the top of the turret there. Beautiful shot. And S51 appears. IKV is going to go after the S51. I'm like, STRV is there too. These guys are fine. Let them go after the S51. Artie is theirs. I'm usually the one that loves to kill Artie, guys. But let these guys have the Artie kill, and I'm going to go after the T29 and the Hellcat. So I move up and see the Hellcat here. Check this shot out. Just misses completely. And then we get him here in the butt right there. Nice shot. Good game to the Super Hellcat, but sorry, man, time to go back to the garage for you. And now it's time to go after the T29. Now watch this, guys, okay? Watch this. He lights me on fire as I come up the hill. Watch. I'll watch this in slow motion. I'm slowly burning, guys. Just get that shot off, and I die. So, lucky, in my opinion, to be able to get that shot off just before we died, but I also think that I deserved the 8th kill here, man, with everything we put into this game, guys. I think we progressively scouted this game very, very well. We did what we needed to do. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but I did play this game with my father. We were playing tiers 4 through 7. That's usually what we do last night. And he was in the Super Hellcat. Dude, he had a really, really good game. So that's the game, guys. Al Halluf. This is kind of how I progressively scout it in a passive scouting light tank vehicle. This is kind of how you can do it, and this is also kind of how you can manage with people pushing this line. It can be really tricky, man, but you have to let them make the mistakes first. Always let the enemies make the mistakes first. I've gotten some heat for this, guys, and some people, even when I'm streaming, and I don't blame them, like everyone has their own opinion, but some people have even told me, like, you should do more at the start of the battle or whatever. And this is how I play, guys. There are better players than me. I'm not the best player out there. Surely I could do more, but I like to play very passively in this game, and it's how I am able to get consistent games and mark vehicles. We now have 17 3 marks in the game, so I mean, I feel like I'm doing okay. The people that are up there 3 marking the tier 9s and tier 10s, you're going to want to take advice from them for sure because they know more than me, clearly. But in terms of light tanks, I'm telling you guys, you want to be really, really, really cautious, and that's how you can take that cautious approach, right, on El Halluf from the southwest spawn. And when the northeast spawn is aggressive and takes this position, just be careful, guys. That's all I can say. We'll take a look at the end plates. This game, man, for my dad was also really, really good. As I said, 24-12 spotting, guys, 1489 damage, 8 kills, mastery. I sure hope so. And we got the top gun here. And then this is the medal I believe you get for 8 kills in a battle. Again, just got it on that T29. We had 9 HP left, and then we melted right after that, and we got eliminated. But take a look, 881 damage from my dad. Not bad at all, given the circumstances of the game. I think the E25 took all, stole all the damage here. We'll just say that. And yeah, guys, I mean, just a freaking wild game, right? 8 kills, 1,359 experience. Everything seemed to work out in this game for me. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But again, I decided to run binocs on this vehicle, guys, and I still have the bounty low noise exhaust and the optics, and this is getting us right around 500 meters of view range with situational awareness as well. Once we get the recon, we should be over that. I might not even run the binocs anymore, but I feel like it's necessary to run them because I love to play my light tank role, guys. I love playing the light tank role. Some other people will say maybe you should focus more on damage, maybe you should do more at the start of the battle, be more aggressive. And I've been doing this for years, guys. This is just how I play light tanks. This is how I mark them. Everyone's kind of got a different play style. I'm just a very passive scout, be very, very careful, let the enemy make mistakes first type player. So there you go, guys. 1375 on El Halluf. I hope you enjoyed, and please, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button, guys. I'm trying my best to get a video out almost every single day, and if you like the content, I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with a subscription. Like the video, comment, guys. It all helps me out. It all helps the video get recommended to more people. And that's all, guys. I will catch you for the next video. Thanks again, and bye-bye now.